So unfortunately, it seems like a few fandoms of anime, in particular the Boruto, Black Clover, and Bleach fandoms over the weekend were disappointed as Anime Japan 2025 came and went, and well, a lot of fans had expectations that this event, Anime Japan, which in case you don't know what it is, think a big giant expo somewhat in the same line of like an anime expo where at times big announcements can come as far as like the future of different franchises and whatnot, and a lot of fans of Boruto, Black Clover, and Bleach Studio Pierrot titles were hoping that this was going to be the event where they got some big announcements, but especially for Boruto and Black Clover because Bleach just recently, a few days beforehand, had some stuff going on where they had that teaser for Bleach with the Aqua Times band returning, so Bleach kind of got something beforehand, but still Boruto and Black Clover, a lot of fans had their hopes and expectations placed on Anime Japan 2025 being the thing that really brings it home. And it seems like Studio Pierrot is really keeping their cards very closely guarded because yeah, outside of some other anime that aren't really known and aren't really like a part of the whole Shonen Battle series bag, ultimately Studio Pierrot basically didn't announce anything major or noteworthy as far as for fans of like Shonen Battle series. You know, Boruto anime returning or Black Clover anime returning. There was a certain level of hopes that fans had, understandably so. Black Clover anime, it'll be in a few days 4 years now since the anime went off air at the end of March 2021, and the Boruto anime is going on 2 years now since the anime went off air at March of 2023. So both fandoms definitely have a right to be a little bit, you know, at the very least hopeful for one of these events to be the one that finally announces their return. And again, I gotta add that at least Bleach fans have stuff going on right now. The anime is currently announced that they're working on the final core, and more than likely, if not the end of this year, then early next year, we'll get the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War finale season. So Bleach fans, for the most part, even if you're disappointed that you didn't get a big Bleach anime remake or manga continuation or movie announcement, you guys have some stuff in the works. Oh, and before we continue, if you would hit that subscribe button and that bell, I'd greatly appreciate it, and you get more videos like this one. Thank you so much. But with all that being said, I will say that yeah, we could look at it as a little bit of a disappointment, or oh man, you know, it's a bummer that we didn't get some of these titles returning or whatnot. But at the same time, Anime Japan did have some big announcements for other titles, not necessarily from Studio Pierrot, but of things in different realms that maybe you might be interested in, or at the very least, it wasn't a total disappointment because there was stuff in there that at the very least I could say as a fan of the medium, I was pretty excited about. Starting with My Hero Academia, in case you don't know, My Hero Academia has two big anime projects this year. You have got, of course, the Vigilantes new anime that is going to be hitting in spring, which I imagine in another few weeks we'll be getting the beginning of that anime, and I'm very excited for that. So you have like big stuff going, and they put a promotional poster out of Deku and the main character of Vigilantes, I believe his name is Koichi, and it's pretty awesome. I don't think to my knowledge they've ever crossed over in their mangas based on what the fans have said, but here's what was said. To get fans hyped for My Hero Academia's future in 2025, Studio Bones released a new promo poster that sees Crawler and Deku leaping into battle. At present, Vigilantes has not confirmed if the spinoff will receive multiple seasons, but there's plenty of material from the manga to potentially give fans years of stories. I want to say there's like maybe 15 volumes of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, 126 chapters, so that definitely could last for like 3 or 4 seasons, maybe even more if they decided to. This would mean that Crawler's story might continue following the main series anime finale, giving viewers the option to experience a new side of Class 1A's world that wasn't seen before. And I also think this is very smart of Studio Bones to debut the anime of the Vigilante spinoff before the final season of My Hero, the main story, goes off air, because this gives opportunity for fans to jump into this world and not feel like, oh well, you know, the main story's already over, now they're trying to get us into something else. Fans will probably be a little bit more susceptible to continuing following this despite My Hero Academia's main anime finishing up this fall. And yeah, it's a really awesome promotional poster. I believe they also got a new trailer out for the final season of the anime, and it's just really a good time to be a My Hero fan despite the fact that the original manga came to an end. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to. Then for all the One Piece fans out there, they have a few different announcements. In case you don't know, the One Piece anime went off air for a large break last year, and yeah, they got some announcements for it. On April 5th, the 1123rd episode, geez, and they wonder why new fans of One Piece don't really, you know, want to jump on board, will air on Crunchyroll. well. But that's not all, as episode 1124 will then arrive one day later on April 6th on top of the new episode premiere. Toei and Crunchyroll are planning to release a special recap episode that is the same length as a feature-length film, as the Egghead Arc Part 1 recap special will run for 83 minutes. So basically it'll be like a big refresher for fans that haven't seen One Piece in a while. That's pretty awesome, and at the same time it's good for the One Piece fandom that it's finally returning. And on the side of One Piece things, also during Anime Japan 2025, Toei Animation and One Piece officially announced the upcoming release of Koizuru One Piece, an official anime adaptation of the manga series that follows a group of friends who share the same names as the members of the Straw Hat Crew. I think the author went on to actually have his own serialized story, the Shigemaru manga, if I'm not mistaken. So One Piece fans, yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff to look forward to, and based on the imagery that I've seen for the new upcoming episodes of One Piece anime, they are going to be cooking, and it's crazy that it's a weekly anime that's going to have a weekly release schedule, but it looks damn near seasonal. Jujutsu Kaisen fans, in case you don't know, they have a kind of recap movie of the latest arc of Jujutsu Kaisen. The film was announced on August 25th, 2024 during the Juju Fest 2024 event, and will hit Japanese theaters on May 30th, 2025. And to be honest with you, for me personally, I'm not the biggest recap film fan, but I'm sure it'll be exciting for some people, and if they reanimate some scenes to even higher quality for the animation enthusiasts out there, you'll get a kick out of it. And then also there was slight mentions of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, because the winner of the Best Director Award at 2024 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, Shota Go Shozono, will be returning as the director of Season 3. He took over the helm after Sung-Hoo Park left MAPPA in 2021 and established his own studio, E&H Production. During the highly anticipated Anime Japan 2025, Jujutsu Kaisen set the stage to announce news regarding its upcoming projects. However, there weren't any updates about the third season's release, placing it at a more likely 2026 debut window. Instead, they focus on promoting the upcoming film. So basically the update is, yo dog, we ain't giving you Season 3 this year, most likely. Most likely you're gonna have to make do with this film, and probably 2026, if not early 2027, will be the next season. I gotta imagine they're probably aiming more towards 2026, considering the fact that the original manga is done, and you know, they like to, at the end of the day, somewhat keep within the realms of like the fandom having the flame to continue on watching this thing. Although I guess it technically isn't always like that for series like look at Demon Slayer. The manga ended already quite some time ago, and the anime is still going. Then Kaiju number 8 fans, I'm sure there's plenty of fans that are very much so excited and looking forward to the upcoming next season. I know I am. I really enjoyed Kaiju number 8 season 1, and according to the official English anime account on Twitter, they shared a new teaser trailer for season 2, which was unveiled at Anime Japan 2025. The release window for the anime remains the same, with an exact release date or episode count yet to be revealed. That said, the announcement teases plenty of exciting developments in season 2, with Kafka expecting to face new challenges, even stronger kaiju, and most surprisingly, a new captain, which is none other than Gen Narumi, who is also featured heavily. Then for solo leveling fans, yes, we got some great news out here. Apparently, on a recent discussion on the DC Inside Forum, one of the comments under a post by Solo Leveling's creator asked for an update on some good news that Chugong had teased in another post back in January of this year. Chugong replied to the post saying, "I think we'll hear some good news starting from the middle of this year." This means that Solo Leveling fans can expect good news from the franchise around July 2025 or later. Although the series author did not expand on what this good news could entail, there's a few plausible guesses that fans could make, considering the fact that the anime ends its season next week with the final episode of season 2. I gotta imagine that they're probably gonna announce maybe that season 3 is starting production, something along the lines of that. I don't expect season 3 at all in 2025, and possibly it'll probably be more of a early 2027 thing potentially, because yeah, they put a lot of time and effort into these Solo Leveling episodes, very clearly, very obviously. So it'll be some time, but I'd imagine if that's going to be the good news, it'll be something like, yo, we're going into production, but nothing of the sort of like a trailer or date, because it'll be far too early. We're just now about to, you know, finish off this season. So by July, it'll probably be an announcement of, hey, it's, you know, happening for sure. So a lot of things to digest, and honestly, the whole point of why I wanted to make this video is the fact that, yeah, there could be some disappointing times. Yeah, ultimately, we didn't get what we was hoping for regarding Boruto returning or Black Clover returning, or, you know, something new and big for Bleach, but there's still plenty of stuff out there. There's going to be some disappointments, there's going to be some bumps in the road, but ultimately, yeah, you got to look on the bright side sometimes and stay positive. That's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. It always wrong for the end. So that's not the can. We can only start it, we can do it again.